Welcome back to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. This week we talk about a Chicago Fire team that won a game on the road again, and international football and stuff, and we totally forgot to talk about the guy who lost his finger last week. So really, we'll see what segment 2 has to offer for everybody. This, across the way, is James, back again, yet again. And down below is DPG, and also down below, the one you can actually see is Serena, and I am FC Neo Tokyo. Again, everyone welcome, and everybody... Actually, you know what? No, I won't let you all talk over each other. Serena, how are you doing today?
Good. Yeah,
Excellent.
feeling good. Yeah, I'm good. That's all. The weather was nice today. I'll leave it at that. I spent a lot of time outside.
Perfect. DPG, how's life going? You're happy you've moved on in your career?
Yeah. Everything's going good. The weather's beautiful. This is the kind of night that you get in the car, you pull all the windows down, and you blast Phil Collins on the Lakeshore Drive Expressway.
Phil Collins. Oh my God. And James, what are you blasting instead of Phil Collins?
I'm blasting. Oh man, I like the Lakeshore Drive Alliota Haynes. And Smith, is it? Little piano
tripping on LSD. Yeah, I love it.
But I'm doing pretty good, and especially after that Fire win. And I thought that they were starting to show some of those signs to life that we talked about last podcast.
Ooh, James already jumping in saying signs of life. Let's not bury the lead. The Fire went to Philadelphia to play the Union in Chester, Pennsylvania, and won. Wait, what was the score? 2-1, correct?
2-1.
Yes.
Yep.
2-1. So, James, you thought they looked good. What did you think about how they? What did you think of the game plan?
Don't go crazy.
Yeah, I didn't say they look good, but I mean they look better than they have been. Just like starting to put a couple. The thing is, in the first 30, it seemed like they were on the back foot a lot against Philly, but then all of a sudden something must have changed because they somehow won this possession game overall and started taking the money back. It was nice to see Gutman back. Maybe he got mogged a little bit in a few spots, but still. Right away, offensive output comes out with that sweet run from left field. And what a great cross from Gutman. Finds Kuipers in the center to get the first goal of the match, I believe.
Well, hold on. That was pretty late in the half, which is funny. Hold on. I'm going to say this. James specifically said, what did you say now? Shit. The 25th minute, right? Around the first 20 minutes, you said specifically they looked disjointed. Yeah. The first 30. Which is funny because Ludd got a yellow card in the 8th. Davila got a yellow card in the 23rd. And I'm looking for the time, but we lost Zinckernagel in the 31st minute. So, Serena, does that mean that losing Zinckernagel was a good thing? Which, no, we're not saying.
It's a good question. Yeah, I don't know, though, because I feel like we have been saying that he hasn't been, this discussion I'm sure we'll keep having, but that he hasn't been as good as he was last season, which should be hard to be as good because he wasn't expected to be that good, and then he way surpassed that. Hard to keep that up, but I do think even before he went out, I remember saying live he's not looking great. Like he wasn't doing anything. He kind of just wasn't doing anything, and I wonder if him coming out kind of just forced others to take up some more responsibility, and that would have had a downstream effect on the goals, which were also, both goals were really great goals too, which is always nice. Like none of that nonsense, like messy goals, no penalties, no clusterfuck kind of things. It was just really nice, solid goals. Both of them, Kuiper's goal and then Bamba's goal was awesome.
Yeah, we'll get to Bamba's goal.
We'll get to that.
And Selassie just missed one too.
Yep.
But
one.
Yeah, Selassie struggled, which is not a usual thing here for Haile Selassie. I think we've all been on record as being pro Marin Haile Selassie on this podcast.
Definitely, but it was hard this weekend.
Keep
that up.
Fair. So James talked about it. He missed an opportunity late in the second half. We got a ton of opportunities. Now, DPG, have you heard about Zink? Like, did he get a concussion? I actually have been so busy at work.
He had the whole bandages on his head. I think they went through a concussion protocol. But I mean, going back to the game, this is the definition of winning. This is
I didn't see
definition.
anything about it. I did look it up a few days after, and I didn't see anything come out about it. So
yeah. So this whole game was a definition of winning ugly.
Right.
Okay. Because a lot of chances were wasted. Going back to what James said about Haile Selassie.
But the chances were starting to come.
Keep in mind, Philly hit the post at one point.
Yep.
So,
but that goal, Brady also, he took a step out. If he was a step backwards, he would have had that.
Yeah.
That is Philly, a tough one to do. Like you'd expect the way in which I have portrayed Chris Brady that he would have stopped that one, but yeah,
he's just been a little bit off. Like he's been all these games. Not that he's been bad, but I think his timing has just seemed a little bit off from what it has been in the past. I think he just needs to keep practicing. I don't know. Like hopefully it gets better. But both this game and the last game, I definitely noticed specifically times where he just was like slightly jumping a little bit early, and I think that's kind of what happened with that goal right after we score, and then you have that sinking feeling where you're like, oh shit, and we can't even celebrate our win or our goal because they score right against us.
Just right.
I mean, I will say Mbokazi has been like if the guy has to be like the newcomer of the year. Like,
yes, absolutely.
He's been great.
He has hit the ground running. The man is aggressive, yet he is not dumb. Like he doesn't make bad he doesn't make bad decisions.
He doesn't make rash decisions either.
He doesn't rash exactly. We had issues.
Smart decisions to add upon that. He makes very smart. There's times where he made like a crazy slide tackle either last game or the game before, and was totally fine. It was just a great tackle. This guy knows how to play defense. He is a stud.
He does. Because remember we had an issue with defenders from the fire team that they were basically like walking yellow cards. Like these guys, they were going hard and get themselves booked like in the 20th minute right away. So yeah, Mbokazi has been like that whole. He basically has covered that central spot. Like that was our biggest hole last year. Congratulations. Yep. Good luck trying to get past him next.
Well, oh my God. Which
he's been helpful too. Like going forward, he had some really great long balls. I don't think the one that I'm remembering, was able to be converted, but the ball up the field was great too. So he's not just a shot blocker. Like he's getting involved, which I didn't expect.
Overall the real deal, and he's the guy passer we were looking for to partner with Jack Elliott, and we totally forgot to mention Jack Elliott had freaking sepsis. Like, Jack Elliott was in the hospital for however long. Like, lucky to be alive, Jack Elliott.
He could have died, but you know what? You know who stepped up? Waterman.
Well, yes, good job, Waterman, but let's acknowledge the fact that Jack Elliott kind of went through some bullshit.
Jack Elliott's gonna survive.
Luckily,
it's like good thing we have I'm sure Joe Mansueto has good health insurance for these guys.
Mm-hmm. You'd like, but to believe. I don't know. Well, I mean, the USL is pretty pissed off right now. Anyway,
hey, that's a whole different other topic. I knew you were gonna go there. But I mean, either way, you were asking me how I felt about this game. I felt indifferent about it because this is kind of like the definition of winning ugly. Like,
I don't know that I agree that it was winning ugly. I don't think it was. It
was because this is why
they played that badly. I don't think you have two beautiful goals like that if you're winning.
I know, but what I'm saying is that the whole game itself, like.
I think Philly
first of all, you should never
be winning ugly. That's what I'm like. Philly was not good. If Philly were any better, it wouldn't have been like. I don't think it was like a strategy on behalf of the Fire. Like I think, not that I'm saying like the Fire wasn't didn't have good. Like I'm saying, I think the goals were really well struck, and I think they were well set up. But I do think Philly was really bad, and that helped. Like the winning ugly part. Like I don't think we.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're still having that issue where we get to the final third. And nobody knows what to do with the ball. Okay, that's a given. both goals were basically
parts
crosses.
Of the match, but I don't think the whole time. Like, I don't
both
think
goals
the whole
were
time
crosses.
That was true.
Both goals were crosses. This wasn't like a very like a good put together like attack, like where you can just pass and shoot. This was okay. We're gonna cross the ball.
Call it winning ugly.
It is winning ugly because
ticky taka. I can give you that, but it definitely
it wasn't like how we were used to last season, where we were very decisive with our shots. Exactly. We were more decisive with our shots last year. This year, it's like, crap. We're in the final third. What do I do with the ball? Should I shoot it? Should I pass it? I had decisions all the time.
Nobody's open. Yeah.
Nobody's open. Nobody gets himself open. Nobody can cross over this guy. It's
I'm gonna tell you this. We did look ugly to start the game, and I think we're all circling a certain point that I like to believe that I have put together. I'll say this, and then I'll shut up and let you guys. I honestly feel like, based on injury, like we just said, hey, if Zinc was out of the game, did we start playing better? And then it was like, well, we felt ugly. But then if you look at it, by the end of the game, we were playing pretty well. We had really good chances. We could have been up 4-0 or 4-1. But I think based on the injuries and just the fatigue and the substitutions that needed to happen, the further away we got from Greg Berhalter's original plan for this game, the better this team played. Like the further away from Greg Berhalter's plan going into this game we got, the better the team.
In essence, basically the fact that Zinckernagel was subbed out, pretty much whatever game plan Greg had went out the window, and at that point it was, hey guys, come up with something good.
Well, that and the yellow card to early on, it made him have to change what he was doing, because I don't know, I've said this before. I think I've been complaining at anybody who will listen online this week. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Zinckernagel was the third best player in this entire league last season playing on the wing. Why is he not playing on the wing?
Because I told you before. Teams have caught up to him. They double team him.
We keep playing him in the wrong fucking spot.
Yeah, when would they have the chance to catch up with him? In the first game?
Like, if you look at it, they pressure him enough to the point that he makes a bad pass or he gives up the ball.
He's playing out of position. I see what you mean.
It's just, let's not kid ourselves here. Zinckernagel was playing in the midfield at one point last season too. This is more or less just not often, but he was
more of like switching during a play, honestly.
And again, our main attacking midfielder, our general on the field, is injured. So, the closest thing we have to a playmaker is Zinc, unfortunately.
I still just don't have that.
So hold on. I'm going to ask James. James has been oddly quiet, so I'm going to ask him a quick question here. Okay? So,
patient.
What do you think is better? Playing Zinckernagel in that center attacking mid role with Ludd on the wing, or play Zinckernagel on the wing and either and work with what you got in the center, i.e. Orahel or Pineda, or pushing Avila further up the field, or God forbid Slatros, because he shouldn't even be in the 18. Which one's better to you? Because I would take my chances of less proven in the midfield to have Zinc in his natural position versus what we're getting out of Ludd and Zinc in this position.
I'm not sure yet. I can't say that either one is better. Right now, Greg is playing with things. He's playing with things from last year. Last year, he had a set tone. They knew his plan. This year, they've added a few extra sparks to the overall system and to the overall project that Greg is working with here. So, in order to deal with that extra bit of talent, Greg had it toned down last year. He's bringing it up. He's throwing more advanced concepts on these guys, and he's relying on Chris Brady for a lot of it. All this playing out at the back. Mbokazi, we talked about him earlier. He's been stupendous passing the ball out of the back. He's been key to Greg Ball, where there's nobody panicking about Greg Ball in that capacity, where it's like, oh, the play out of the back. Nope, I haven't heard one peep about that this year. It's because Mbokazi's been so great about that. The other thing is the offensive end. Yeah, the defensive is clicking. The defense is starting to click. We've seen them click. Offense is not clicking. They're not hot. They haven't found their form yet. They haven't found their patterns, what works. And we're only a couple games into the season. So it's understandable that they've lost a little bit of what they did, had last year. And maybe we could have expected them to hit the ground running, but maybe they did kind of hit the ground running as far as defense goes. Chris Brady, Serena's brought it up. He seemed a little off all season. So, I mean, that's a little bit of a contributing factor because there's been these 1-goal games where maybe it went a different way if Chris Brady had made the play or didn't let up the easy goal there. And how often are we saying that about a 21-year-old goalkeeper named Chris Brady? Not very often. Last year, he was steady Eddie. So, got to give it time. Just got to give it time. There's no reason to throw the baby out with the bathwater right now. Right now, Greg's experimenting. He's got his best player, third best player in the league, according to you. And I think that is he has that and a few extra little sparks of talent here to work with and to make something that gets humming by mid-season and goes into the playoffs really, really working. Because that's really the goal. You want to figure it out by mid-season and get humming right around playoffs.
Just say just looking at this last game, forgetting obviously in the other however many games there have been, not many, but I don't feel like the last game I would say we were a team that struggled. Just because we missed chances that we had doesn't mean we struggled. Like I wouldn't a team that scores 2-1, like that's a fine score. Like I think that's a good score. That's fine. It's not like amazing. We're not like a powerhouse in that area, but I do think the goals were, again, they were good. They might not have been like super attacky, like, crazy. We had it all like worked out and it was a strategy, but they were intentional and they were good goals. So I think if we could keep progressing in that direction, and like you said, with the defense being a lot more locked down than it was last year, I can see that obviously being positive and really working for us. I think what I would worry about is just seems like there was a 50-50 chance that they obviously scored 2 goals and that's great, but then had these chances that we missed. And if we keep leaning into that, trying to do too much and ending up hitting the post and missing, like that's obviously not going to go well.
Yeah. You're totally right. And to build upon the points that we're making, the Fire have not been embarrassed yet this year. They've been in 1-goal games in every game except for the one game where they thumped Montreal 3-0. They have not been thumped themselves. They've only lost by a goal in every game. They've been in every game. So to say that they haven't started the season hot is true, but to say that they haven't hit the ground, at least,
it's been
a little bit running, that is not true because they have hit the ground a little bit running. They're competitive in all of these games.
They are. I will say, I was shocked to learn that Kuipers has scored 4 goals already, but honestly, man,
I saw that 4 goals in 5 games. Yeah. I saw that stat and I was like, yeah, you forget surgical. Because it does feel like to us, we expect so much and we expect the offense to maybe be stronger right off the bat. But I think, it's good to remind ourselves that it's actually been fine. Like it may not be what we want, but it's been okay. And he's been good. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a pressing monster too.
Goal and assist last game for Kuipers. And that goal came from Gutman, but that assist came from when he went out wide and made the right play, cut inside, and then got off a great, nice little cross. And who did he find the head of?
Bamba. Or no,
Bamba.
Kuipers hit the header. Bamba had the volley.
Yeah, Bamba. No, it was a cross from Kuipers to Bamba. That was Kuipers crossing it.
No. It was wait, hold on.
Yeah,
because I thought Kuipers jumped and missed it, and it landed.
No, somebody else. That was Kuipers out wide. That was Kuipers out wide making the pass.
Well, I had this information ready. Whatever. Okay, fine. I'm gonna believe you. Fine, I believe it. Oh, Kuipers fed it out to Ludd. That's what happened.
Ludd was the one that crossed it to Bamba.
Yeah, James. Not all white people look the same. Anyway, DPG, I'm glad to see that you're back. Bamba, man, like he's starting to become the presence that we all wanted, right?
Well, remember what I said about
he was great.
Bamba?
I mean, this was his game.
Bamba is good overall, generally in the midfield, but he has I don't know if he fixed this issue, but he tends to score the harder goals, and he tends to miss the easy ones.
You're right.
It seems like it's been a little bit better than it was last season, in my opinion, but that could just be because he's not taking quite as many like sitters and just totally shanking it. Like maybe he's not putting himself in that position as often.
He still
I don't
missed
know.
a few. He still missed
a few, but I mean, it wasn't quite as bad as it was last season.
Well, like I'm saying, like he scored, like the goal he scored is not the easiest goal to score.
That goal was amazing. I mean, that was like a great goal. Yeah, it was great. Off the first
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Unless you're Messi and a world class player, the average MLS guy will probably just kick it all the way up to like the third row or section Z or whatever they call it.
Yeah, that was great.
So we've
he's also, I think, maybe lost some weight, or it seems like maybe he's just physically he looks a little bit different too to me. Like maybe just a little bit more agile too, which I think is helping.
I mean, he always had. I don't know. Last year, I thought it was the sitters that he missed that killed us. Was those fast breaks. Other than that, I thought he played incredibly, and I think you're seeing. I think maybe he is a little bit leaner. You know, like we do undersell what it's like to move from a European calendar and life and schedule to like living in this giant wasteland of America, you know, like so you got to give some people time. So anyway, hold on, before I sorry, I wanted to transition. I don't know if anybody had any final thoughts about the team from this game
about the game. Well, Cavan Sullivan is being highlighted in this upcoming Topps Chrome box that it releases tomorrow. We'll actually release some of it already. Topps Chrome 2025 or something like that.
Incredible.
But this Cavan Sullivan, I was talking with Serena about it. Like, did you even notice him really this game? He's supposed to be one of the best players, one of these great, outstanding, young kids.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed, but again, part of that was because I didn't recognize it was him until probably way later in the game than I should have, because I'm looking for that. He had such a distinctive look last season with the shaved head and I think it was bleached.
Well, wait a second. Hold on. Is his first name actually start with an M? Because in the box score they got him as M Sullivan, and I thought they were brothers. So was it even Calvin? Anyway, I thought it was
Cavan. I'm looking at C Sullivan on Google.
Well, then I'm crazy. All right, so I that's what I thought. So anyway, Calvin Sullivan. The first thing I thought,
he was. Yeah, there's no.
The first thing I thought was like, how crazy is it that this kid is starting next to Bedoya? So you got a guy playing late into his career right next to a kid who's 16 years old. Like, that it's kind of crazy. And of all the Philly,
what's crazy is Bedoya's still playing.
Yeah, Bedoya. I wanted Bedoya on the fire when his time was coming back to MLS, or I shouldn't say back, but just coming to MLS. But
I do love that they just made him sound like, I mean, obviously he's old, but they made him sound like he was on his deathbed. They're like, his last hurrah.
Can you believe?
Before the sun sets.
We pulled him out of the retirement home and took him off the ventilator to play. Anyway. All right. So that's so funny because James went exactly where I was going to go, which was talk about Bedoya and Cavan Sullivan. Anyway. So guys, we won a game. It feels good. I was freaking out and unhappy with Berhalter's performance. This bought him some time in my eyes. Like winning definitely cures a lot of problems.
Bought him time. I'm locked into Berhalter for the next year plus, at least this season easily.
God, I've got no loyalty to anybody but my girl and my parents like that, bro.
This guy.
But I'm gonna bet. So before we get out of here, we should have an opportunity to do this next week. But any quick thoughts about having to play Nashville in Nashville for our next game after the international break? I'm terrified.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing the leading scorer, Sam Surridge, with 7 goals, leading all of MLS.
Surridge and Kuipers both on the team of the week, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're both scoring tons. They got 12 goals between the two of them. No, 11.
Yeah, holy I'm crap. Scared, but only because of the 7-2 situation last season is still traumatic and scarring. And I know we played them again after that, and they only won by 2-0, so that's better. But at 7 it's up there.
This is a game that we should have go into the season and be like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna lose this. Who cares? Right? That's a game we lose. You lose 5 of them.
But I hate thinking of it that way, so I don't want to think of it that way. But yeah, I think maybe you might be right.
DPG, tell me we're all crazy and we're gonna win by 12.
No, you guys are crazy. I honestly, if we can walk out of Nashville with a point, that's a win in my book.
We're at Chicago Fire. We're at Soldier Field.
Oh, I thought you guys said Nashville. Okay, well.
Oh shit!
No, we're gonna.
It's at home.
Yeah, this guy. Okay, so
I did say it was in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
if it's in Chicago, we can squeak out a one. We got to squeak out with a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got to give the 5th place Chicago Fire a lot more credit going against the 1st place Nashville FC, because there's a lot more parity, and these teams are a lot closer than the table would make it appear. I mean, it's Nashville sitting on 4 wins, Chicago Fire on 2 wins.
I don't know,
That's
man.
The real
Nashville
difference.
Looks good, especially because it's
I
weird. They got
13 goals for. I mean, yeah, they're scoring, and they're not letting up goals.
No, this is whatever. I can't emotionally dissect Nashville right now. I think we all need to take a break.
We have time. Yeah, we have time.
We have time. All right, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about some fun transfer stuff. Fun. And then international break stuff. It'll be lit. We'll be back. We love you. Help us get to 500 subscribers. Hit the like button. Talk. Alex, how you doing? Peace out. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. We are here to talk about the transfers from around the world. Anybody, say what's up and tell me how you feel about Antoine Mother Griezmann going to Orlando City SCFC Lions.
And the summer.
Caught me off guard. I guess just the news being announced so really caught me off guard, because I feel like it wasn't swirling in the news at all, just given the timing of the seasons and all of that. So obviously, I know as a group we had talked about wanting him to come to the Fire and how fun that would be. I know not all of us agree that it would be the best decision, but I think we can maybe all agree that it would have been fun. I love him. I think he's funny. But yeah.
Well, if you're playing Zinckernagel in the center of the park, you could put Griezmann out there, or if you're playing Zink outside, you could put Griezmann in the center. We could have maybe kind of used him.
Yeah, would have been nice, but yeah, I think I sent to this group the announcement of his signing was cool. I like the way they did that. It was a nod to his kind of passion project of Grizzy cards, his baseball or sports card trading brand. And so they had I'm sure most people have seen, but the flipping through the cards, and then they had it zoom in on him in the stands, and I thought that was cute.
James was all about that too.
Yeah, there was more. There was actually more. They did a introductory video of him just sitting there, talking. And one of them was they got a box of MLS Topps Chrome, and he was ripping it looking for Orlando players.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's ripping it looking for Orlando players. So it's really, really cool.
It's cute. Yeah.
That might be something fun to get into. I think there's some Topps retail boxes for MLS Chrome available. But
so I know you mentioned there was a one of one Messi. And here's the thing about that. Either someone's going to find it cool, or nobody's going to find it, and it's just going to be sitting in a box for years.
Wow.
Because there's a card.
With all those unsold copies of E.T. for the Atari 2600.
Well, no, because I actually read an article that there's actually a LeBron James one-on-one that's sitting in a It's in somebody.
Box.
In an open box. It's sitting, probably sitting in a warehouse or sitting in a storage locker.
I mean, all this stuff is made like we were making up the value for this, so it's funny to like. I don't know, just kind of something poetic about that.
That's
speaking of poetic, who would you say is the chase card for the Chicago Fire? Who would you want like to get like a 1-of-1 crazy refractor, auto logo patch, whatever, what have you, on a Fire player? Any Fire player right now, current.
My vote's Kuipers because low key, like, we talk about him the least because he literally does the best job of anybody at their job.
Yeah, he does what he's supposed to do, and I think Kuipers.
You'd go Kuipers too over Zinckernagel?
Yeah.
Or over Brady?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, unless Brady won the World Cup, then
that'd be crazy.
That's a whole different
leaning towards a Brady 1-of-1 because imagine he gets called up, makes the U.S. national team. He comes in during penalty shootouts, wins the game. Bam.
Hey,
yes, that'd be a good decision to have made right now to get that.
Yeah, when he signs for Real Madrid, that card's gonna shoot in value.
I mean, I tell you, I have a Gaga Selena rookie auto, but he's not doing much. So
yeah, it's depreciating.
Yeah, it jumped up to 100 when he signed with Chelsea, and then it dropped back down.
All right. Hold on.
You gotta sell on the call up. DPG, you gotta sell on the call up.
That's true. Yeah.
It's the same way with soccer, right? They're selling the transfer.
I'm holding on to my Shohei Ohtani rookie card.
Yeah, hold on to that. When he gets Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame, you can get that.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, Pete Rose going to the Hall of Fame. What are you talking about?
So hold on. We've gotten. I brought up this Griezmann thing brought up card collecting, and I've lost control of this thing.
Shout out to Griezmann and Grizzly cards.
I want to ask you guys, what do you think about like this move? Because honestly, I don't know. I feel like this just is like this is the kind of move where Orlando doesn't actually ever make the playoffs, and he scores exactly a ton of goals when they're down 2-0, and he gets that one. Like, he'll have 20 of those.
Orlando was a playoff team last year. I mean, they ran into us. We were a bit of a buzzsaw in that game, but they were still a playoff team. But they were missing an offensive spark. And
isn't Griezmann like injury prone though?
He has been recently. Not recently.
Like, all it's gonna take is for some like second draft MLS super draft guy from like Penn State that slides into him and freaking ends his season. That's all it's going to take.
Guys, why do you think he chose Orlando of all teams? Because he probably
nice
had his
weather.
pick of the litter.
Miami rival.
Miami right there.
3-hour
drive.
I think honestly he was just personally
once lived in Florida.
Yeah, I think personally he just went with whoever gave him the best like offer, not only just what the money was, but like, oh, here's the apartment you're gonna live in, and this is the nightlife, and he didn't care about the team as far as who's gonna get me an MLS Cup, who's gonna make me look like a badass at the end of my career here. He was just like, oh, who wined and dined me the best, and I think Orlando needed it more than other people, like say an LAFC or an us, or even why can't I think of the other Miami, who don't necessarily have the cap room and or like just Orlando did all of those teams in my opinion.
I mean,
I think
probably
US, yeah.
It might be them hitting the panic button too because they're pretty horrible right now.
Yeah,
and
they need something while they're bad.
Yeah, they need a splash
too.
What was that?
They fired. Didn't they just fire their coach?
Someone said that. Yeah, they signed Griezmann before they hired a new coach. You're right.
They had to have this with working with Griezmann in the works for a while.
Oh yeah.
So basically, a new head coach is going to come in
Oscar
and
Pereira? Is that who got fired?
Was it? I think it might have been actually.
Oh man, here we are, super informed.
Martin Perlman is the interim head coach right now after Oscar Pereira was fired.
All right.
Yeah, he got let go.
Interesting.
Greg should hire Oscar Pereira to coach while he GMs anyway. So all right. So Griezmann, we're all in agreement, is fun as hell, but like Orlando, it's a real caca in Orlando situation. So we're gonna move on to another winger.
I think it'll be okay. I think it's a great move for Orlando. I mean, they get a stud, they get a star, they get like an international star, and he's quite a proven player. He's going to be able to run circles around some of these MLS players. I mean, even still at his age, but his technical ability will shine. He's going to be a great piece for whoever the heck is going to be ending up coaching Orlando City FC.
Up until the point that third round draft pick of, coming from Michigan State, slides into him in a game and takes him out.
Go Spartans! All right. So speaking of another winger who's looking to come to America, which I don't know why. Mo Salah has already told Liverpool, I'm out, and Liverpool said, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So Mo Salah gonna walk on a free.
Gentleman's agreement.
A gentleman's agreement. And so I have already seen reports that the Fire, San Diego, and Miami are not interested.
No,
DPG,
you didn't see
are
that.
you interested?
No. It's not that they're not interested.
Reports.
There's no active talks. That does not mean they're not interested.
I will be on record saying, and I remember saying this at the time, that by the time that rumor came out with the Fire, whenever that was, like, I was like, all right, this is the third like high profile person that the same exact language has been used. It's really starting to feel like a PR stunt. So I never.
Yeah, no. So here's the thing: we have an owner that has deep pockets, clearly, and he wants to make a splash. And don't be surprised if there's rumors flying around that we're talking to him. It's gonna happen eventually. It's not. I mean.
I'm wondering now. Will we get anybody big?
We didn't get anybody big, but then we kind of dodged bullets because people were hyped up on Neymar, and look, Neymar,
that's true. That was definitely,
Well, I was wrong about Thomas Mueller. I'll admit, I did not expect him to play well. And right now, if we had the Ram Damler or whatever the hell he calls himself in the center of the park, that wouldn't be quite a bad thing. So I will eat crow on Thomas Mueller. But so you all yelled at me when I said they weren't interested. Are all of you interested in Mo Salah?
How old is he?
Yes. I think he's like 33, 34.
He's not 30. I think he's younger than 38.
Oh shit.
He has to be younger.
33.
Yeah.
That is still play for. Yeah, he still got a good. Yeah, he still has a good 2 years, 2-3 years.
Yeah, you might be bidding against Sevilla and stuff.
I think the thing is just Liverpool that he's leaving now is like, so his role just changed. And again, I'm not a huge Liverpool expert, but like I've seen a few games and obviously keeping up with it for Vert's reasons. Like I think his role just changed a lot.
Let's be honest he was bad. He's not gonna go to Sevilla. He's probably going to go for an upper mid-table team. He's not going to go to Bayer Leverkusen either. So don't get excited.
I don't think you should. I mean, I wouldn't want that.
I could see him go for like a team like AC Milan, maybe. I could see him go.
Fenerbahce.
I want him at Napoli.
Fenerbahce. I was going to say Monaco. I don't think he's going to stay in the Premier League, though.
I feel like it's just way too early to tell. Like I do feel like they've so actively clamped down on, in a way that I appreciate. Like his career at Liverpool was so illustrious, and I feel like he meant so much to the fans and to the city or the town. And
he's not a turncoat. He's not gonna be a turncoat.
Like club legend, and I feel like they really clamped down on the messaging of like where the any transfer rumors right now. So I feel like there's just actually no way.
I can see him go to Atletico though. He could probably make it an Atletico.
Oh, I can't.
He's not kind of sexy.
I can't picture him.
He's not gonna go. He's not. He's not going to go to Real Madrid unless he's sitting on the bench. He's definitely not going to Barcelona because they're playing broke.
I think you guys are talking kind of a wild game. Like I'm looking at this, like thinking it's between a mid-table Spanish type or Serie A team, right? Because he did play for Roma for a hot minute, or it's MLS, or let's be 1,000,000,000% honest. As an Egyptian national and an Egyptian man and a guy who came from Egypt, there's less of a stigma, say, about playing in a league like a Qatar or a UAE or a Saudi Arabia because you're close to home, right? So I do think that's actually an option. I mean, he does seem like a pretty principled guy off the field, but the proximity to home, I think, is part of it. So
I don't see him going to Man City, that's for sure.
No, he's not going to go to Man City. No.
The triumphant return of Chelsea.
That's how you ruin your legacy.
I could see him becoming a Galactico for the next 2 or 3 years.
Like I said, if he wants to sit on the bench in Real Madrid, by all means, he'll get a nice paycheck and he'll ride it out until he's done. But like, I'm sure he still wants to play. Like, hey, Galatasaray is not a bad team.
Oh yeah. What about a Turkish team?
I don't know.
What about Jose Mourinho?
That's too like stereotypical. It's too on the nose. It's like all of that's like washed up guys.
Yeah.
I feel like he's almost like too good. He's too good to be at that level of washed up older player teams. Like Galatasaray, like Leroy Sané is like who I think of. Like.
So you're saying maybe like AC Milan? I'm not even gonna say Inter because Inter's sitting on the top right now.
Well, what about
maybe
going
Juventus,
back to Fiorentina?
That might not be a bad gig. It's Fiorentina. But I mean, are they a top team right now?
No.
He could help.
Yeah, I see him going to Benfica in Portugal.
You know what? I can see that too because
I think he's too good for that. I think he's too good for all that.
Well, in Portugal, it's too much about producing and getting rid of talent, with the rare exception of when Nani came home. But, so I gotta ask a dumb question. I saw a post online, and I know you should believe all the things that you see online, but is there any kind of actual link between the Fire and Bruno Fernandez, like whatsoever, or was that someone just like hope casting?
Well, the thing is, I don't want to get excited about players coming in because, if you think about it, how much salary cap space do we really have? Like,
we have a DP slot. We have a gazillion dollars.
We have a DP slot.
We could pay someone a gazillion.
But
like we could, if we wanted to, we could get you mean Lamau or whatever. Like,
you mean Lamau. I mean, have you decided if we're gonna go with that 2 DPs and 4 U22 players, or is that the scheme that the Fire going to go for this year?
That's what we're under right now, but we're flexible. Like it flows. We can change.
So, do we got a lot of that Tam and Gam BS?
Yeah, you can do some stuff.
So Tam and Gam, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. If we're gonna sign anybody, it has to be someone that's gonna change things up a little. Like it's gonna be an actual factor in this team. Like you just can't sign DP guys just to sign them.
Well, you don't think Bruno Fernandez at 31 years old could be like a good addition to a Chicago Fire team?
Is he injury prone?
I think he could be, even just from a leadership aspect too. I feel like he is kind of he has a little bit of a face of the team sort of thing. And
ironically, I actually have his rookie card too. When he used to play for, what was he playing for, Porto?
Yeah, it was somewhere, obviously. In
it was in Portugal. Yeah, Portugal.
I think you're right. I think it was Porto.
Either way, like he's a man. We're really gonna have that midfielder stack if we sign Bruno Fernandez.
No way, that's happening. Like, where did you hear this, Mitch?
Yeah, that's way too much money. That's like a 60 million. 60. That's ridiculous. There's no way it's happening.
Yeah.
But $60 million. Okay, so somebody was hope casting because they tweeted out a picture about.
I'll do a little hope casting for us too because I want to know if this player still exists. You remember the great player Mesut Ozil?
First.
Oh yeah, he retired.
Yeah, he retired a few years ago, but he was like a tall, attacking midfielder, could score goals, could create great goals, create assists, and was absolutely a stud. If there's a player out there in his mold, go after that guy. Like who's the the Mesut Ozil of today? Who's maybe a little older or
am
even
I dumb?
younger?
Is it Rodri? No, I mean you laugh, but is it not? Or am I dumb about their play styles?
Ozil was 5'11", but he played like he was 6'2" sometimes. Like he was played really tall.
Speaking of Ozil Melto, he did end his career in Turkey, by the way. He did play for Fibonacci.
Isn't he Turkish?
Yeah, well, he's of Turkish.
He's
a German Turkish, a German of Turkish descent.
Yeah.
That, which, but
his parents were from Turkey.
Yeah, so he played for the German national team, and then, but
famously, it's also kind of a dick, I think.
Damn. Okay. Well, he pissed
Allegedly.
you off somehow?
Yes.
Did you say something bad about Bayer Leverkusen?
I hear. There just have been stories that I've seen. I can't put my finger on any specific one, but
I never followed him close enough to hear the skinny like that. That's kind of funny.
You follow the German national team stuff. This stuff comes out. So.
Oh yes. See. Okay. I feel you there. Because there was a little bit of a dark period where people were, Joachim Low was struggling. So I guess the last rumor transfer thing to talk about, the transfer that just will never happen, Pepi, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Ricardo Pepi to Fulham has fallen.
Oh, that didn't happen? Oh,
no,
wow.
It fell through again. So,
bro, man,
what do we think?
He's done.
He's done. He's not done. He's just injured, and they don't want to sell him. I mean, I guess he's back from injury now, right? But like, they keep saying they don't have enough forwards to sell him. But then Fulham's like, well, but here's money, and they're like, we do like money. Shit, we don't have enough forwards to sell.
Look, man.
So
how many teams out there are eagerly wanting to sign a guaranteed 10-goal striker for the season?
I don't know.
I'm so horrified by this that you had to put on the hijab.
Yeah. Let's be honest. He's a 10-goal striker. He's a 10-goal striker.
See,
on a 36 game season.
Personally, I feel like you surround him with more talent, he gets more talented. Right?
No, accurate.
Let's
nailed it.
Let's just skip the fact that he plays for PSV. Like, you talk about talent. You're talking about like that's a cradle of like talent right there, man. Like
the Eredivisie.
How much more? How much? What, you want to put him on an all-star team or something? Is he going to take an all-star team to get him to score goals?
No, because he doesn't do it when the U.S. men's national team is together.
Hold on. I would like to know his goal rate because he has been banging them in when healthy for PSV. 10
goals. 10 goals this season.
He played for
36 games.
The U.S.
He's only played 20 games this season. He scored 10 goals. Last season, he played 18. He only scored 11. The season before that, he played 27 games. He only scored 7. So tell me, he's a 10-goal striker, bro. That's all it is.
10 goals in 20 matches, a goal every other match, dude.
It seems like when he's about to like take off, he gets hurt, right? Is that an excuse you're gonna use?
That's not.
I
wouldn't say an excuse. I mean, would you not take Ricardo Pepi on your team on the Chicago Fire? Now, I mean, I wouldn't say over Kuipers.
No, I mean, I know that we have a striker that scores more than 10 goals.
No,
we actually have a midfielder. We have a midfielder that scores more than 10 goals.
Yeah, we don't need
him. But I'm sure Dallas could use him at this point.
Everybody's such a goddamn hater.
Because there's a lot of hype there's way too much hype on Ricardo Pepi and all that, and I don't see it.
Yep.
You know, you want to hype me? You want to hype me? Give me a 20-goal season striker that's playing on the top flight.
Dude,
Give me like
where is Fulham?
top
Fulham
five.
is struggling
top
right
five.
now, and they're missing the Fulham.
Give
is
me
struggling.
Pulisic stat. Give me a Pulisic stat player to get me excited. Don't give me a guy that's going to score 10 goals, get hurt.
Dude. If you want a Pulisic level player, yes, anyone would be happy with one of the top 50 players in the world. Like, come on. Like, there's more. There's a lot of soccer players beyond that.
You're basically trying to take a rock and you're hoping that turns into gold, and it's not going to happen.
You're insane. Ricardo Pepi, if you put him on this Fulham team next season when everybody's healthy,
put him here, put him there, put him everywhere. You know, it's not going to happen, kid. It's not going to happen.
What do you mean it's not going to happen? What is he going to Thanos snap out of existence? He's a professional soccer player scoring goals. He's going to play somewhere next year.
You can put him on Fulham. You can even put him in Arsenal. He ain't going to get past the 10.
If I was Wrexham, I wouldn't sign him.
You're fucking nuts. If I'm Wrexham,
he's not going to score more than 10 goals. Don't be surprised if an academy player takes a spot on the starting lineup and scores more goals.
Yep.
They've been playing with what's his nuts with the helmet. The Mexican striker who almost died.
Look, man, this guy's been floating around Europe for so long. It's like nothing works out for him.
Floating around for so long, you think he was the ghost of the Hindenburg.
There you go. He's played in Germany. He's played in Holland.
Before we close out the segment, Serena hasn't talked shit yet. Why don't you talk shit about Ricardo Pepi for a second?
Because I have no opinions.
Oh, that's the worst you think you can say.
And that's saying a lot because she has no idea who that guy is because he only scores 10 goals a season.
I don't know who he is.
He's a U.S. men's national team player.
Not my specialty. Not my area of expertise. But
it's a guy that Togue keeps hyping up. Togue hypes up every U.S. men's national team player.
I think I've only heard of him because of that. So.
Oh yeah, remember last year was Josh Sargent? Oh my God, Josh Sargent's gonna lead us to the promised land, and look where he's at now.
Wow, getting flamed.
Did you guys see that Toronto posted a thing for Toronto too, and it's a redheaded dude that looks just like Justin.
The fake Josh Sargent.
Josh Sargent.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was so funny.
Anyway, all right.
Why would they do that? Why would they post a guy that looks like him and be like,
no,
man,
because he's on the team anyway. Listen,
I got two things though before we close it here.
More transfers?
Not necessarily transfers, but international news in a way. Hashtag United. Spencer FC made this team called Hashtag United. He's a YouTuber. They used to do like charity matches, and that's how it all started. And then he formed into a team, entered into the English table pyramid, the English soccer pyramid, and they've been working their way up. They've been clawing their way up division after division. I think they're in tier 7 now. And today they came out with a huge announcement. They were like near top of mid table. They were going to make the playoffs essentially they could have made the playoffs to get promoted again. And they came out with a statement with 2 games left of the season saying that they're going to, if they make the playoffs, they're going to sit out, and they're also going to they're going to ask for a demotion. So they get demoted to the league below. And they were citing that, they could keep going and push through with the finances they have, but it would put them in such a strain that they were like, this is the best direction. If we're going to move forward, we're going to have to consolidate, shore up some things, try and get better revenue sources and stuff like that. A lot of fans were upset, calling them out, and a couple other people saying, we understand. So that's what's going on with this interesting club called Hashtag United.
People were so upset. The comments were insane.
Well, here's the thing about that, though, is that honestly, to me, it doesn't make any sense because you would think a team that's trying to make it to playoffs is going to fight to get promoted because when you get promoted, you get more money. You get TV deals, you get TV rights, blah, blah, blah.
You eventually get more money, not minute one.
Apparently not enough, but apparently if you get demoted, you get more money. It doesn't make any sense. You know what? If I was a fan of that team, I'd be pissed too.
I guess. I mean, it's such a low tier of soccer. The whole point is just community at that point. Like, you just go to hang out. I mean, are you really going to give a shit if you're in tier 6 or tier 7? Like,
yeah,
dude,
you're right about
honestly,
community.
like,
That's been one of their struggles because they're like a YouTube based team. So it's like, where's their real home? Where's their? Well, they have a place in the stadium that they play out of that they rent, but like, so I think getting fans out to the stadiums has been a problem. And maybe some sort of monetization issues there. So like, they had the owners to be able to do what they did so far and make it this far. So it's an interesting decision, and still it relies upon the decision of FIFA to approve it.
Well,
I wonder, like, what. So you're saying if they got promoted, they wouldn't have the money for better players, and then they would be like outplayed? Is that the concern?
I mean, is it better players or is it the cost of their facilities?
It was paying their staff.
Right?
It was about paying their staff and cost of facilities and stuff like that.
You'd think that how much would the difference, like, I don't know, that compared to paying players doesn't feel like an insurmountable fee to me. I mean, what do I know? I don't know how much. I'm sure it is a lot, but
we don't know the financials involved. So without looking at the book,
unless they were like already in huge debt, I'm surprised that it's like that much would be that much of an impact that it's worth making this huge statement of like, we're turning this away. Like,
Is it just me or this smells like match fixing?
No, dude, it's expensive.
It kind of does a little bit. Yeah, like I'm not gonna.
We complain at the owners and say, "Don't buy a team."
What if the owner betted that the team was not going to make it to the next division? They're like, "I'm not." Let's just come up with a BS statement. I don't know.
I don't know if there's one singular owner, right?
I think Spencer, the creator and the founder, I don't think he's that type of person.
It
doesn't make any sense because you think
type of thing too. Like people bought into it, like a little tiny piece.
How much money are you really going to save to get demoted? Like, are you going to, how much money?
Yeah, that's my question. Like, and then if it's like you just get demoted again the next year, then you just stay up for 1 year. What's the big deal?
I mean, aren't they going to give you more money if you get promoted?
I mean, I don't think you get that much money.
In installments.
I don't think the difference in money.
You're not going to get paid day one for the TV contract.
So,
you're going to get paid.
And I guess my
later.
question is like, how much more are their fees increasing by getting promoted? Not that what fees are increasing by that much?
Yeah,
they're paying the same people. Like but like you said, it's not like they're going to Premier League, so they don't have to worry about like
unless these guys are contracted. Unless these guys are contracted, their wages are going to go up because they got promoted.
Well, this is one of the things that they cite direct from the post from Spencer Owen. It says the biggest risk to everything we've built is misallocating our resources, money, and running out of time to use them properly. We won't let that happen. So
I mean, were they too good too fast? Like, did they get promoted
that might
too
be.
fast?
Yeah, they don't want this to be some rocket that just burns out and just comes crashing back to Earth. Kind of like, Leicester, just like, boom, wins the league and is now down back in League One.
But the funniest thing I feel like is that it's not that high of a league. Neither of these leagues are that high. So, like, it's not, you're not going that high. Like, if the rocket crashes, it's not falling that far.
What are they, in a national division or something like that?
I'm not sure what exactly.
So it's Premier League.
Nobody even knows.
But it's
You're
tier
right.
7.
Leicester's going to get relegated, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You just broke my heart. Oh my God.
And another thing he was saying is that the costs of having a club has just grown stupendous over the past few years for all clubs, and almost so many of these clubs have to be running into debt issues and are overpaying for various players, underpaying staff, and doing all sorts of shady stuff to make things seem right on the surface. And I think that is a larger problem with global football. In a round where it's a little bit more unstable and they don't have the greatest employee practices.
I mean, Leicester might get relegated because they can also force. They're only a point away from Portsmouth.
It's the bottom four, dude. It's the bottom four after the Premier League.
Okay, well, they're only 4 points away from West Brom. And Blackburn, Blackburn Rovers are on here.
Yeah, Don't go down this rabbit hole. The segment's going long. James, you said you had a hashtag United. Right, so, the moral of the story is I don't care. Other people are worked up about it.
Yeah, they don't want to fly too close to the sun. We'll see if they're Icarus or something else. So the second bit of news to close out this segment is that FIFA is starting to panic with World Cup ticket sales.
Right, because nobody's going to buy $1,000 tickets.
And apparently, very few ticket sales have been going on, despite it being the first ever 48 team tournament, which means there's an abundance. There's an abundance. There's more supply of games than there were at past tournaments. Ticket sales are lagging, and stadiums are far from sold out with just months to go. Possible ticket price adjustments to spark demand and fill seats are also being considered. They're not being considered. They have to happen.
Well, hold on. They just announced today like 6 or 7 nations. The people, if they want to come to the games, not only do they have to buy these exorbitant tickets
for visas or whatever.
Yep, you got to pay $15,000 for your visa.
Yeah.
So
and I add, I feel like all the statements now about like they might be considering price adjustments. To me, feel like they're saying we might drop them the prices like incrementally. You better get them while you can. Like we're gonna drop them, but I bet it's because they want people to buy them at like reasonable prices before they have to totally drop the price to like something crazy low right before the games. Like I feel like they want people to like get them in the next few weeks when they're still kind of high, but like a little bit less high than they have been.
I don't know. Are they really panicking? Does anybody they're charging like 7 times more than they did at Qatar? Like they probably only need the stadiums half full to make twice as much money.
How much is the cost of a visa nowadays?
That's where Toke's probably right. They're priced in such a way where they only need to be half full to make their money back or something like that, I'm sure. And the other thing is like attendance at this World Cup. I'm kind of find myself wondering, is it going to be more sparsely attended World Cup for all sorts of fans because of the cost you're bringing up for international fans specifically? I don't know if that affects
don't forget
all
the brown shirts in front of the stadiums, like all sorts of
directly
shit.
Like that. But I mean, I don't think that's going to be a big deal. And then, but the bigger deal is that I don't think you're gonna have people there. I mean, like even for like the World Baseball Classic, like it was.
So are we gonna see Iran? Are we gonna see Iran in the World Cup?
Yeah, some parts were sparsely attended, even though it was like a big ratings hit, big hit on TV, people watching. I wonder if it's like one of those things where people would be like, I'd rather watch that at home than go. But I mean, having been to a Gold Cup atmosphere, I can't wait to experience a World Cup atmosphere.
So here's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna go see a game this year for the World Cup. Like I'll just watch it at home. I'm not gonna deal with all that headache of planning and especially with the travel and all that.
$200 parking.
$200 parking, exactly. I'll just sit in my house on my couch,
hotel room a night
with air conditioner. If I want a hot dog, I'll just go out and make it a fresh one, not one that's been sitting in water for.
They don't kick you out of the Walmart parking lot most of the time. You could sleep in your car.
Yeah. What? If I want pizza, I'll just order a pizza.
Travelers.
My favorite. If I want a liter of cola, then.
I don't know. It depends what stadium you're at, because if you're like at one of like an often used stadium or a stadium that's been in use, like one of those baseball stadiums or something, their concession stands will be pretty fresh.
This is going to be a colossal. What's the word? Foobar. I don't know, man. It just sucks all the fun out of it, and we can't have anything. Can we at least have like a fun waving flag or like wave your flag song? No, you get fucking Jelly Roll. You're gonna like it.
The Jelly Roll song, yeah. What is about that? We played that last podcast.
It was someone played it. I saw reaction videos on it, and they're talking about what was it like. One of the lyrics was like "do smoking weed" or something like that, or like it was a weird. It was more like a rap song, and I'm like, what?
Can we get Shakira back? What happened? What is happening with this tournament, with these prices and these things and these everything? God,
like someone actually posted a reaction video to this, and they're listening to a song, and they're like, "Is this song supposed to be about soccer or what?" What?
And they're also killing the fan zones. But here's the thing about the fan zones. It's the corporate people who are paying for a lot of those things or the ability to advertise there. And I wonder if they're starting to see like alarm bells ringing, and they're like, I don't know if we should be investing so much money into this World Cup thing because nobody's showing up.
I don't know. It's a bigger like on top of all the other reasons why people won't show up. I think especially since COVID, but like people are becoming more and more shut in. Like this is my argument about why I feel like these stadiums aren't nearly as fucking cool as they should be. Man, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing.
Yeah, they gotta be like a NASA space station.
It's like made for TV. It's made for everybody to stay home, like same thing with video games. There's no split screen video games no more because you're supposed to stay home, stay by your damn self, don't interact with anybody, just don't think, just consume.
Hey, you know what? No, you're right. I used to know a guy that every Sunday, he'll turn on the TV, watch all the NFL games, get himself like a 50 or 20 piece wings, and throughout the day, and just eat those and drink and watch football all day. And he probably was the happiest he's been on Sunday. So you think about it, would you rather spend thousands of dollars to sit in the nosebleeds in a stadium, or would you rather spend $40 on food and drinks and watch it from on the comfort of your couch?
Yeah, and to be able to have a few drinks, not worry about having to drive back from the stadium. If you smoke, you could step outside,
pay
to have
for
your little
$200
cigarette.
parking.
Pay for $200 parking just to have your park. Yeah,
out in the heat.
Here's the thing: the other big problem with going to stuff in America is because it's like you gotta pay for your car to attend the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your car needs a ticket.
Your car needs a ticket.
Well, because there's no public transit either, right? At least like
I guess it's in New Jersey where they're gonna I don't know if I didn't actually click into this because I didn't care that much, but I heard that there's gonna be a big push for public transit usage for the New Jersey games. But
well, do you know why? Because it's illegal to walk to it. You can't walk to it. It's like O'Hare, where it's like a highway to the stadium. Like there's no walking.
Hey, that is true. There's no walking to O'Hare. You gotta. I mean, you could probably. No, you can't.
They better have decent security for those vehicles because that kind of makes you feel a little iffy. I mean, parking near the stadium, there's. Think about that. Like parking near the stadium, like there's enough eyes, cameras all around. But if they're gonna be parking far away from the stadium, they're gonna be people watching that no cars are getting broken into.
I don't know who's looking forward to sitting in 100-degree weather with the sun hitting on them, and the nosebleeds.
I know.
In New Jersey.
I'm more into the moon.
In muggy New Jersey.
Muggy New Jersey. You just spend $1,000 on that ticket. You're burning up in the nosebleeds. The sun's hitting you. You go out to the concessions. It's $20 for a soda.
It's a $22 lemonade.
$22 lemonade is $17 hot dog.
17. Oh, that's cheap.
You want ketchup? There's an extra $2.
No, ketchup will be free. It always is.
There's no way. It's going to be like you're going to have to swipe your card to be able to pump like ketchup and mustard.
$34 for like.
They're going to make you buy. They're going to turn off all the water fountains and make the fountains are only hot water, and then you have to buy $25 bottle and then decant it into a plastic cup so you can't throw it on the field. And
if there's a dome on the stadium, they're going to pump in CO2 and charge you for oxygen.
Yeah.
I mean, the $34 chicken sandwich because they put tomato on it.
And it's half raw.
All right, so hold on. We lost the plot a little bit here. We're all kind of cynical.
I mean, like, look at us. We're soccer fans, and all the soccer fans we know and talk to, we're interested in the World Cup, but attending it is a different story. Actually, the interest to attend seems low.
I find most people's interest is also low in this one. It's almost
not
like
USA 94.
It's not horrible. It just keeps getting worse and worse rep. Like it already had a bad rep. And nothing about it coming out makes it sound desirable. Yeah.
So what they were trying to do essentially was trying to like surpass the expectations they had for USA 94. Mm-hmm. But USA 94 was they wanted to, but USA 94 was special.
Right. Everybody loved it. All All of the other people who came in to the country loved it. It was like considered one of the best World Cups. Everybody was happy.
I mean, people, it was everywhere too in the States, and people were excited about it. Like, I remember in Chicago, they had all sorts of like events and stuff like that. You go to Sears, you had a USA 94 shirts that were selling. The sponsorship. I remember visiting Honduras during USA 94. And they had a cool like giveaway. Get yourself a plastic cup that had all the groups, and all that. That was cool.
There's also there's two things. There's a problem because it was illustrated with America winning the gold medal in hockey. Nike was underprepared for the amount of U.S. jerseys that was being ordered. There was no way to get a hockey jersey from the U.S. after the U.S. won. Like, you couldn't get one for weeks and weeks, and it was ridiculous. And you're starting to see this also maybe with the World Cup. You're not seeing a lot of U.S. jerseys. They should have already been out. It should have already been in stores all around. And even when
So one thing that kind of one thing that was kind of weird is that they re-released the USA 94 denim jersey.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I'm like, well, where does it say U.S. Soccer on it? It's missing like the.
It says U.S. Soccer on it, but it's the new logo. But it's not. It's missing.
It doesn't have. It doesn't have a logo on the jersey.
Oh, well. Man, I was gonna get one, but I don't know.
It doesn't have U.S. Soccer anywhere on the jersey. It just has the Adidas logo and the denim jersey, and there's no U.S. Soccer anywhere, which I thought was surprising. Why would I buy that?
Well, I don't know. I still kind of wanted it. Now, you brought up the U.S. men's national team, and we went really long on this segment, so we might as well just talk about this for a minute and wrap up the show. The U.S. men's national team is playing 2 friendlies coming up here. I don't know when. I don't even know why. But at first, you see the lineup, and you're like, okay, he's still putting everything together. This isn't we're not locked in. And our competitor, the matches are Belgium and Portugal. We should be locked in right now and testing ourselves before the World Cup, which that is not what's happening right now whatsoever.
Saturday, March 28th against Belgium, and Tuesday, March 31st against Portugal.
Yay, we'll get to react to both of those on.
You better hope Pochettino's a really good tournament coach, because if he's still moving pieces around this late in the day, we're in trouble, man.
I don't think Pochettino knows anything of what he's doing. I think this team's gonna fail, and I think selfishly, I think I'm fine, because I'm right now. It's just so hard. I know. They're so unlikable. So it's so hard to root for. So
you're excited.
The baseball team, easy to root for. The hockey team, easy to root for. The U.S. women's hockey team, easy to root for.
Wholeheartedly.
All of those teams were so easy to root for. But U.S. soccer is hard to root for. And Pochettino has 4 games left to tinker with. USA, Belgium, Portugal, Senegal, and then Germany. So 4 games left to tinker before the World Cup starts.
Whoa. I think they're screwed. I'm going to be happy either way, because I do deep down like this team, right? Because the U.S., it's kind of my team, but so if they do well, I'll claim it. But I'm in full-on hater mode right now, so if they fail, I get to celebrate as well. So
if they fail, Jesse Marsh is taking over.
What was that?
If they fail, Jesse Marsh is going to take over.
Oh, I'm not too mad about that.
He got fired? Did he get fired?
Hell no, you didn't get fired. He's still coaching.
You know what? If there's a vacancy for the U.S. men's national team after the World Cup, I can see him. If he still works for Canada, I can see him quit his job and be like, I'm going to go
sliding right in.
Yep, I'm going to go coach the U.S. men's national team.
Find the U.S. Fed's DMs.
There's no reality where there isn't a job opening for the U.S. team, and my prediction is we'll wait over a year to fill it.
Huh.
The way this federation moves, you got a point there.
Yeah, they don't even have it lined up right now. They have no idea.
Anyway, all right.
If they do, good on them.
Do we think they're going to win these games? Do you guys have any faith in this team right now?
I don't even care. It's so funny. I don't even care. It's not the World Cup. It doesn't. These games don't matter. What does matter is the form and the concepts and the ideas the attacking and the defense and everybody playing together in a coordinated way. That's what's important. It isn't the scoreline is not important at all. Well, it's the way they play.
I was about to say, you made it sound like these games are really important.
They are important to the way they play for what's going to be in store for the U.S. in the World Cup. That is what's important. They are critical in that sense. The scoreline is not critical in any sense of in any sense of the means. They could be experimenting one game and get whooped by Belgium 1-5, and then come right back and whip Portugal 5-1, and that's a good sign. There's good indicators there. Yeah, they got their ass beat, but all of a sudden they came and whooped ass the next time. So
knowing the US, I could see them lose like the first game and then win the other game by some miracle.
Yeah, it'll just. You know what? I look forward to the meltdown next episode.
And these teams are no pushovers. These are all teams that are going to want to push forth and do well too, because guess what? They're also in warm-up phase for the World Cup. So Belgium, Portugal, Senegal, Germany, they're all going to be bringing their A- games, right, for this. They're going to be bringing their A- games because they're trying to get ready for it too. They're not bringing their B+, C+ games. They're bringing their
Cristiano Ronaldo.
They're bringing their warm-ups. They're like warm-up for World Cup settings. So
not right now.
And we want to see that out of USA.
Yeah, you know what? I look forward to the next episode. I really do. So anyway, speaking of, James, thank you for being here yet again. Serena, we thank you for being here. And DPG, he got in before I could lock the door. Anyway, I have been FC Neo Tokyo. Please if you enjoyed this at all whatsoever, please subscribe, comment, help us get to 500 subscribers.
We love to read your comments.
Yeah, we read all the comments. Ask a guy with blue hair at the next game for a sticker. Yeah, anybody else got anything for the people? Oh, great. That was great.
Buy some cards. Buy some cards.
Anyway, peace out, everybody. We love you. Goodbye.
Not financial advice.
Peace.
Later.